Hello and welcome back from match 1. This is Old Man Poole. We've lost the die roll, unfortunately, and I think we may have a mole again, too. This is pretty rough. We do have a lot of stuff we can throw up, but we need to find a land in our first 2 draws or we basically just lose. I think this is a mole again. This hand is better. We have Traveler's Amulet, which is nice, too. Let's go ahead and keep this. We'll put that on top. So it's a little bit interesting. It took us like 25 minutes for this queue to pop for the draft, which I feel like maybe just no one's playing Hour of Devastation at the end of the format. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But I guess the point of that was that I'm pretty confident we drafted this fella, which is a little bit interesting. One of the disadvantages of leagues is you don't generally get to draft in pod, but I think we are doing it this time. I think I'm just gonna play the Dune Beetle here. That blocks Avenger pretty well. Don't want to use the Unquenchable Thirst unless we have to. And if we can force my opponent to use up a removal spell or a pump spell on the Dune Beetle, we're pretty happy about that. White-green is generally pretty aggressive, which is maybe not our best matchup, but assuming it's just ground pounders, we do have a lot of just things that gum up the ground and hopefully will keep us alive until we can find Approach to the Second Sun, and the lands to cast it. Okay, Rona's a Stalwart. Pretty reasonable as well. We may have to use Unquenchable Thirst on that, because it can swing through. Hey, there's our planes. Yeah, I think we do, and we'll play Traveler's Amulet as well. But we're not going to be in a position to block this for a little while. Of course, if he plays like a hippo or something in a couple of turns, we'll feel pretty bad. Maybe we just take 1.5 a turn for a little bit, and we just don't care that much. What other good answers do we have for it? Not tons. Most of our blockers don't have a whole heap of power and toughness. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be able to answer this for quite some time, so I think let's Unquenchable Thirst it. And just hope he doesn't punish us with something bigger and better shortly. I mean, it's not like this is our only removal spell in the deck. It's not like we're just blank if he has another bomb. We definitely could find Final Reward, Start to Finish, Grind to Dust. There are other things we can have. Okay, Shafet Dunes lets him swing through, probably eventually. Alright, Crocodile Crossing's pretty good there. Makes me look a little bit embarrassed. Especially because the Ancient Crab doesn't even block it real effectively. Okay, I'll take 5. Okay, this turn we play Ancient Crab and crack the Amulet, I imagine. Well, no, I guess I should probably play Avian Initiate instead. Avian Initiate does threaten to trade at least. We can pair that with the Dune Beetle. He can only kill one or the other. He has a combat trick, we're in serious trouble. He gives it +1/+1. We just take 6 for a turn, I guess. It is possible that he drops like another planes and just pumps everything. We take a chunk of damage then. I think playing the Avian Initiate to force that's still better than playing Ancient Crab to keep back the Avenger in that instance. Alright, let's play our Initiate, and we'll pass. Not a great spot to be in. My opponent's ahead on board and up in cards in hand. But we have some pretty powerful late game cards. Trial of Knowledge obviously would be pretty good. We can find some stuff. This game's not over. Okay, this is not instant speed. Maybe he's just saying if we double block we take some damage anyway. That's probably fairly likely. But I think we do double block all the same. Again, if he's got a trick, I'm not sure we're winning this game anyway. It'd be interesting if he kills the Dune Beetle here. It's good for us because we have Crab in hand, but my opponent doesn't know that, and he might just be like, this will help me get my Avenger through in the future. Maybe this is one of his curve toppers. Ah, dang. Alright. Opponent did have the trick there. So we get blown out a little bit. And active heroism. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Okay, so we go down to 10. Used up a couple of cards there. We'll play our Ancient Crab. Sack the Traveler's Amulet. And pray. That's the master plan. We can play Even Initiate in a couple of turns, but we're just gonna have to take it from the Crocodile until then. Not our favorite position. Yep, we'll take it. Down to 5. Okay, cycles the Angel. Probably means he just has more expensive cards in hand. Certainly doesn't have a land. Let's crack our Amulet. Any particular reason we need one or the other? I don't think so. I guess double black's maybe a little bit better for the Deadlands. Let's grab a swamp. Okay. Keyless Vizier does trade with the Crocodile. I can appreciate that. If he's got another trick, again, we're still kind of in trouble, but we're living each day like it's our last, so let's go for it. Pass back to my opponent. Again, like, if we just top deck Approach with the Second Sun, we're in a pretty good spot. If we... yeah. We really just have to hope he doesn't have random removal. Okay, Donald Saban's not great for us, just as a flyer. Okay, no play though, or no hit is good. Okay, we're just gonna play our Aven Initiate to trade with the Aven, and we'll keep up Cancel thereafter. Finds another land, he can always pump the Dunes. Those will still trade, but we have to double block the Crocodile if we want to get through then. Cancel's not a terrible last spell in hand, assuming he doesn't just, like, drop his hand this turn. But him being stuck on mana means that's a little bit less likely. Okay, so the Shvet Dunes play is available. I think it's fine for my opponent. If he does go for it, I think we just go to 1. We'll just let the Catcher's Avenger swing in. Looks like that's a possibility. We'll overcome. Are we just dead to that? We probably are. We've got 9 points of toughness, 14 total. And my phone's got lethal, right? So we like block there, take 2, block there, take a bunch. Alright. Well, we have been overcome. A little bit unfortunate that we couldn't utilize the cancel there. So I think we kind of felt on the back foot that whole game. The site or the mulligan obviously didn't help, but maybe being on the play will help us out just a little bit as well. Don't love Blighted Bat. Reedstalker actually might not be terrible, just because it matches up pretty well against the Aven. We don't have tons of flyers we maybe want. What seems bad against our opponent? I think all of these effects are pretty good. Maybe Carrion Screecher is just worse than the Reedstalker. That's probably the case. Alright. Pull that out. And again, just try and play super defensive. Okay. First. Goodness. Man, our lands are not friendly here. I'm gonna mulligan this though. Okay, this hand is pretty good. Literally all 7. This is a good 6 though. I think both of our 6s have not been bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep. My opponent also mulliganed, which is maybe not a bad thing. Let us Put that on top. I think I'm going to bottom that. We can use Supreme Will to find a land later if we need to. I kind of want to find a swamp to avoid taking damage off the Deadlands. I think we can do better. We'll play our island here and pass back to my opponent. Next turn we'll play Doom Beetle and then keep up Supreme Will. And probably use it even if we don't have an opportunity to counter something great. Okay, so we'll take our point of damage here. Not great in this matchup, but hopefully the Doom Beetle pays us back a little bit. Bonus is Stalwart. Well, don't love that. Pretty good against the Dune Beetle. I think we'll just pass, force the Exert at least, and maybe Supreme Will something. We can use the Even Initiate to trade. Ugh. They're so good against all of our blockers. How is that even fair? Actually, just going to attacks here. Yep, get in for 3. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. And plan on countering just about anything he plays that... Yeah, alright. Yeah, just leaves it up. Queen Supreme Will still gets value. That's the nice thing about this card. Yeah, it's kind of a bad version of both, but it is a version of both. We can play Start to Finish. Play Reed Stalker. This is 2 or less, right? Also just take Unquenchable Thirst. It's definitely some good options here. Thirst just gets rid of the Stalwart a little bit faster. Start to Finish. Leave us a 1/1 left over. I think we're just going to take Unquenchable Thirst. We already have a Desert for it. Yeah. And we're saying the order there. Okay, let's just go ahead and play our Even Initiate. Finding a swamp there wasn't unfortunate. I don't think we're going to swing with the Dune Beetle. 1 point of damage just isn't going to matter that much, I don't think. And if he's got like the +2/+2, we feel kind of embarrassed. Oh, the +2/+2 and untap. Resolve? No. What is it? Can't remember. It's the white combat trick. Opponent debating long and hard here about his green-white counterspell, but allows it to resolve graciously. Hippo, he's cycling. Okay, looks like he's a little bit tight on the lands again. I wonder how many he's running, if he's just been a little bit unlucky too. This is also a mulligan for my opponent. Devoted Cropmate, okay. Deserts to get stuff back. Alright, so we could just use the Deadlands here, although I'd kind of rather hold on to it and try and find another target. I think I'm just going to play Unquenchable Thirst on the Stalwart and get in for 3. Very possible he has Crocodile the Crossing. If he doesn't, though, his attack's, I think, better. If he does have that specifically, we get got a little bit. Especially considering this is the exact same interaction that we saw in the last game. Or we use Thirst, and then he goes. Okay, no land drop. It wouldn't be surprising if he has a combat trick here. No Exert, obviously. If he wants to use a trick, we will allow the trick. Okay. I think I'm going to We're gonna have to eat some of those kind of regardless, so not a big struggle. Cycling the Angel. Yeah, just cannot seem to find his lands. We are sitting over here with a few too many. That's alright. Ooh, Desert of the Mindful is a pretty good draw. That's basically a removal spell. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that than our average draw. So I'm just gonna drop this, sack the dead lands, and kill off the crop main. Sacrifice the Desert of the Mindful. And we'll get in for 3 again. Who knows, maybe even Initiate Beatdown will actually be what gets us the game. So it does stall us off our land drop, but getting a removal spell there, kind of for free, is not bad either. Okay, it looks like he does have a play. Okay, Disposal Mummy. Yeah, I mean, okay. Just get rid of our desert. It's fine. I guess maybe if we were randomly splashing for like the green recursion card, that would be bad. Final reward. Okay. Don't really love final reward there. Don't think I want to use the Deadlands quite yet either. Although we could just basically blank this card, and then future lands that we find we're going to be cycling anyway. So maybe that's even okay. Yeah, maybe I just like keeping our life total high. He does have a good number of 2-drops, but he's tight on mana. He may be in a tough point to be able to play them realistically. I think just keeping us from dying to like an overrun effect going forward is probably okay. And who knows, Ava Initiate could just get the job done. It's a 5-turn clock. Hey, like my opponent won't draw a land in 5 turns, and then we're golden, right? Oh dear. Crocodile Crossing? Cast down. Okay. If that's his only play there, I'm not super unhappy. I mean, that is a good hit for my opponent, but not game-winning or anything. Okay, Traveler's Amulet. Not super exciting. I don't think I'm going to keep up Final Reward. Don't think we need to. I guess we could, anyway. We don't have to crack Traveler's Amulet yet. I was thinking that, like, we don't show my opponent the plains, but he already knows about it. It's not like we're getting any massive value out of that. This will help thin our deck just a little bit, which is nice. My opponent doesn't have a play. I'm a little bit afraid. Just got a bunch of removal. Some really good late game creatures. It's definitely possible. Well, finding approach at any point would be pretty good. Alright, Grind to Dust I like. It's a little bit cool because we can kill off the Disposal Mummy for some added value. Maybe he like flashes in a creature and then plays a creature and we get to get them both. It's probably the dream. No. What has he got over there? Just a bunch of expensive cards and no way to cast them? A bunch of hippos and the like? If he had hippos, I think he would have cycles, or at least if he has lots of them. Okay, Trial of Knowledge is a very good draw for us. Helps us work through our late game doldrums. I'm just going to discard our island, I think, and we're going to play the Moaning Wall. Next turn we'll cycle the Desert of the Glorified. Okay. Catcher's Avenger is not bad, but not stellar. And it's turn 10, my opponent's only around 4 lands. It's pretty unlucky. Okay, let's just go ahead and cycle this guy. You're the Anointed's great. Go ahead and play that. Well, actually, we don't have a target, do we? We threw away our only other one. Ave initiates it, but still a card. Helps us come up the board. I'm pretty sure we failed to find here, though. Yep, okay. But, again, the slow game is good for us. And we do have some pretty good value cards in our hand. Grind to Dust is going to be able to kill a couple of different things. Final Reward will get rid of something else. Do not hate our position. Okay, Sharpshooters is pretty good. Worth Grind to Dusting. Worth considering, certainly. It is blocked. Maybe we wait one more turn. I mean, we're going to want to get rid of the Avenger at some point anyway. If you had a combat trick, you would maybe swung there? Maybe we'd rather keep the Moaning Wall up. Just use our mana effectively here. We could kill that and just wipe his board. Now we still have Final Reward available. Okay, that feels pretty okay. I don't know, these cards are just not that threatening either, right? Because we lose to random flyers or something at this point. So maybe we just wait. If he's got a combat trick to get through, it's still just a combat trick. We can wait one more turn. Get one more good value card out of it. Yeah, let's just wait. If anything goes really bad, we can Final Reward it. He swings, we could find a reward in response to a combat trick. Yeah, I think it's correct to wait. We're just so dramatically far behind on cards, though. Makes me worried. Okay. Well, we will block the way we know how. He wants to use a combat trick. Could have the +2/+2 for 2. We just get rid of that in response? Probably, right? Keep our Vizier alive. Get a little bit of a 2-for-1 value. Additional combat trick. Okay, another act. That is okay. So we would have rather kill off that, but it is what it is. I don't think we're going to play Grind to Dust just yet. Okay. Cycle this guy. Maybe find another good effect. Sure. Let's draw a couple. Return an island. Ooh, approach is great. Okay. Let's return an island. Replay an island. I don't think I'm going to use grind. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of a hit here. I think that's okay. I think an overrun still doesn't get us quite yet. Alright. We might have a chance here, given how long it took my opponent to get going. I think we could win on off of approach here. Gonna swing first. I'm not gonna block. Opponent is debating every time here, so he probably has some sort of trick, but Outcrop Elite. Okay, that's a good target for our Grind to Dust. You just want to play Approach earlier rather than later. We do take a lot of damage from that combo. Right now we've got 10 mana, so we could play Seer of the Last Tomorrow, although that doesn't block incredibly well. Seer is nice because it lets us discard though, so maybe it's worth keeping the land for that. So maybe we play Grind to Dust and Seer, and then Approach next turn. Because if these swing and exert, we go up to 19, he swings us back down to 3, down to 11. Grind to Dust next turn. I mean, he's definitely got cards in hand that are good, right? Like, he's got other things to get going. On the other hand, maybe we just remove these and just try and play a shorter game. Yeah, maybe, and then we can put the Seer of the Last Tomorrow on the battlefield too. I think let's play a little cautiously. This does give my opponent one more turn potentially, but I don't want to randomly lose either to like a big overrun or anything like that. And this lets us get rid of 3 of his creatures and continue to stall. Dust, choose that one, and that one. Then we'll play our Seer. That's pretty good. Just a nice clean 2-for-1, even with a little bit of upside, getting rid of the Disposal Mummy. Which again could have been like a Shafet Dunes or Overrun threat at some point as well. And then next turn we'll catch Approach. Okay, well, after a 10-minute wait, I guess we've won the match. It's a little bit disappointing. I do think that we were probably in a good spot and probably favored to win, but I'm not sure that was worth the concession, rage quit, whatever, for my opponent there. In any case, thanks for watching. Usually when I have a game that ends like this from disconnection or whatever, I just don't end up posting the series. So maybe I'll end up having to play another Hour of Devastation Draft League to share it. But if you are seeing this on YouTube, that means that the other 2 matches are really, really good, which meant that it was worth posting even with this kind of blunder of a match. So I guess stay tuned if you're seeing it. See you guys for match 2.